we share channel, 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 Karaya, shine geisha, Ishi, my deal, we share channel, we share channel, we share channel, we share channel, we share channel. Ah, boom, my channel, ah, boom. Peak deletion in the world, on the channel. Ah, boom, Pikachu. Greetings, everyone. Pikachu here. Peak deletion. Shango. I'm Shango. My blood flows. Shango, my blood flows. Pikachu. Chimoge, aka Moge here. Welcome to Chimoge's comments. Just doing some work here. Work to improve my workflow further. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for joining me, those of you who are here now. And thank you for joining me, those of you who will see this in the future. Hope this helps. Anyway, let's do a quick prayer. We share channel, we share channel, we share channel, we share channel, we share channel. I want my channel, I want my channel, I want my channel, I want my channel, ha ha ha, we share channel. Hoo-yeah! Anyway, send a positive energy. What did I say? I said basically, I'm not going to do a direct translation. I said, Abumonichi Kalakan. What does that mean? I'm the head, the greatest man alive. I want everyone to succeed. Anyway, let me put up how you can donate. Venmo at by the way, I've mentioned this online. Have I mentioned or like in written form? I don't know if I've mentioned on video. The character Pikachu from Pokemon is literally Shango. I don't want to say too much, but just think about it. He's using lightning to win all his battles, lightning strikes. Think of the god of thunder. They call it the god of lightning, same thing. Also, just get rid of your assumption that all these so-called gods are usually human beings. Anyway, just something to think about. And remember, all of the thing, the good husband of the people, aka Amadioha, same thing, just said in different languages, which can also be called the god of thunder. God of lightning is inaccurate. But anyway, all of it can be called by the name Shango, but Shango is a person within it. It's not the whole thing. The way these things work, again, there is 49 of them that underpin all of existence. They can take on many different names, and basically if a thing or person within it is central to its existence in a certain way, it can be called by it, but you know, that doesn't mean it's the entirety of the thing. Anyway. Did I get the spellings right? Yeah, gonna go on for about 30 more minutes because I'm trying not to stay in one spot for more than 30 minutes. It's not healthy. So that informs my live streaming procedure now. Those of you who watched in the past, when I was doing this a couple years ago, know it used to be different. I really hate I had to take that gap. But anyway, curses to my evil family members. May they be removed from their station by the hand of God. What did I title this? Thinking about my work strategy during Sagittarius season. Yeah. I should have called it behind the scene. That's what it is. Anyway. Ooh, I registered a viewer for a second. Thank you, whoever you are. Anyway, please stay. Sometimes the system lags, so. Okay. I have something I'm trying to think through, but it's foggy. Anyway, let me not overspeak. Akunuba, 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 Akukaka, Njoku, Akunuba, Moneju, Akunuba, Akunuba, Abumba, Madara, Uchiha, Moge, Keiron, Mamadio, Nkeiron, Uchiha, Uchiha, Shirimha. Animechiri, Madio, Amadio, Aneba, Madio, Madara, Madara, Bielsa. Those of you who familiar with the manga series and TV show Naruto might be familiar with the character Madara Uchiha. I'll just say it. That's my favorite character in the whole show. The problem is they depict him as evil. I don't think he's actually evil. Anyway, I think a lot of times when so-called fictional stories get told, the truth could get mixed up. And that's not necessarily the fault of the people who created it, because in the world today, we don't understand idea creation. I'll just say this, any so-called story you tell, the elements, at least, are real on some level. So sometimes when a story doesn't go together, multiple different ideas from different existences have been patched together. I think that's kind of what happened with Naruto, which is why, unfortunately, I think a lot of people have been unsatisfied with the way it ended. I know the kind of sequel series Boruto is going on now. I haven't really seen it. Well, I watched a lot of it, but I couldn't get through it because the way that series is, it's kind of a mix of stuff that's for children, at least like the way it's depicted, very adult stuff. So that kind of back and forth, the way they did is too much for me. But anyway, also I just kind of fell away from this one. But anyway, the whole point I'm making is some of the evil actions Madara is said to have taken, I think when they really happened, were taken out of context and to some extent may not have happened. Anyway, apparently what I learned today, and again, I just want to go over this. I'll just say this. Any idea you have should have grounding both in the physical and the spiritual world. When things break down, you might get the idea primarily from one source. So a lot of ideas I get come primarily from, at least the way I can sense it, the spiritual side. That doesn't mean they're invalid though. I'll just say that anyway. When that happens, that's known as an idea that came from the extreme, or Oshirenu, or if you say it the way most so-called Igbo people say it today, Oshirenu. You see, came from the extreme. Anyway, the whole point is that what I learned today, Shirenu, is that Madara is another way to say Moge. Remember, I'm of the opinion that the language that we now call Japanese and the language that we now call Igbo, just a simple way to say, even though that's not really the metaphysically best way to say it, are subsets of the same language, so there's crossover. And apparently the name Uchiha also refers to a Madioha. So I'll leave with one other point. In that show, it's depicted that the Uchiha clan is the victim of a great injustice. So the story Naruto is based in large part upon legends. A lot of these legends of the past tell of historical events. So I'll just say this. If our category of life is part of a Madioha and the world is broken, isn't it possible that both our category of life and other elements of a Madioha in general were victims of great injustice? And perhaps to some extent that got recorded as Uchiha was the victim of a great evil. Anyway, let me just leave it at that. We'll go into that further in the future in a more structured way. Uchiha Chan, Anime Chan, Neba Uchiha, Anime Chi, Wo Uchiha, Uchiha Neba Madara, Amaram Daba, Madaba, Uchiha Chan. Anime channel, neighbor, anime channel, well, anime channel, Anime channel, waba, abu mama dioha, abu mama dioha, anime cancel, abu ma cancel, ha, anime cancel, abu ma cancel, nuwa, abu ma cancel, ha, ishiyan, abu dishan, abu mokua, anime ku, anime ku, anime ku, anime ku. Anameka abuka. Amadio abuka. Ka. We have oh abu mama dio abu mama dio abu mama dio abu madaroshi anime biosa anime forza anime loza anime boza anime boza anime mu also Madara Uchiha Neda Uchiha Neba Uchiha Mere Kanso Neba Abuma Kanso Anime Kanso Anime Kano Uba Mere Kano Ishia Channel Ishiano, Ishikaranano, Ishiano. Ooh, I brought it. Ishiachan. Anime channel, Abwa, Buamadi, Yoha, Abwa, O2, Abumagwa, Abumchu, Agwa, Oparachu, Anime Mu, Puku. Madara Uchiha Pupu Anime Nile Anime Kile Anime Jile Opare Jile Uche Mere Jile Uchenenke Akano. Check out my new art piece about Uchenenke Akano, aka the Demon Eater, aka the Soul Eater, aka the Demon Slayer. Very important part of my deal. You got to eat your demons and spit them out. We should Anime Chebu, Chuku, Anime Chebu, Chuku, Anime Chebu, Webu, Anime Chebu, Webu, and mention all, Iwe, all cool, man, all cool. Find it more concretely. So represent that for us. You channel. The mind of Shango, I channel. Peak deletion, acute deletion, and extreme peak as well. Well, you could say endless peak. Better to say extreme, but implicitly extreme deletion is peak deletion. So that's a better way to translate it. And the mind of extreme deletion is its own thing that is itself a part of my deal. Because some of these things are completely part of other things, so the things are very complicated. Anime Bandu, Anime Ba, Foot Soldier. You can also call it Foot Soldier. The one who lies low on the ground, comes up with a plan, gives it to the peak leader, and at the moment of victory strikes. Channel, Foot Soldier, Anime Channel, Anime Council, Kaka, Anime Council, Gui, Keke, Nkuwa, Ugi, Agui, Yosu, Akansi Keke, Ijika, Akansi Keke, Iji, baby. Akansi Keke, FF, Eagle, fly, eagle fly high, the eagle will fly high, The eagle go fly. Ha ha. Ishi a candle. Ha ha. Ishi candle. Ha ha. My dirty candle. Ha ha. Shinigamishi. Ha ha. Shinigaichi. Ha ha. Anemevichi. Ha ha. Hapuepishi. Ha ha. Stop cutting off all your hair. It's bad. Definitely, if you grow a beard, don't cut it off anyway. You see a channel. You see a channel. You see a channel. You see a channel. On the 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 channel. You see a channel. On the channel. I will meet you at channel. Neighbor. On the channel. On the channel. On the channel. Never. On the channel. Ha ha. My no die for right. Shine my dada. I'm my is a Kalakana, Bura, is a Madioha, Bura, is Ua, Bura, and a Mezua Nekua Neba, and a Mezua Nebua Baba, Abu Mezua Nezua Baba, Ezua Nekua Neba, Abu Mezua Akuba, Akuba Baba, Akuba Nekaneba, Akuba Nekanua. Abu Mama Joha, yeah. Abu Mama Joha, yeah. Abu Mama Joha, for I'm gonna initiate get on the frequency. Calm down, calm mind. Calm down, calm mind. Aquila, tranquila. Abu tranquila. Abu tranquila. Anamehila. Cha. Wow. You are a Madioha, called Zelda. Shango, Oshimadioha. Shango, all blue. Balu. Shango, ha, Balu, Oshimadioha. Abu Nishi Balu, Noa. Abu Balun Keze, Kua. Abu Balun Kua, the balloon. Nishikalakan, the one. I am the balloon. Ha, don't pop the balloon. Ha, don't pop the balloon. Ha, I am the good cop. Ha, I am the top cop. Ha, I am the top cop. Ha, I am the top cop. I am the top cop. I am the top cop. Kaka, I am the top cop. Kaka, I am the top cop. I am the top cop. I am the top cop. I am the courtier. I am the blank. I am the skank. I am wank. I am wank. There. Ishikalakan. Ishikalakan. All cool. All cool in Kishi. All cool in the Kishi. All cool in the Kishi. All cool in the man. Cool. Power show. I am power show. ha, anime shine, ha, abuni banya, ha, baru banya, ha, bumi rushubu, ha, bumi rusubu, ha, karama shubu, ha, karabu, shubu, shubu, ha, anime kubu shubu, ha, anime zabutike, ha, anime zabunike, ha, anime kaburike, ha, bumba perechese, ha, perechiese, ha, I am kiesa, ha, I am diesa, kaka, I be diesa, kaka. Trying to say ka more than ha. It's more helpful for me too. Anyway, ka. It's kind of weird. I probably say ka more than 99% of people. Anyway, Kamaru ka. Oyuwa ka. Kanso kai kanga. Kanso kai kanga. Kanu kara kanu. Kuwa. Kara boo kawa kanu. 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 Hapu zabu kara. Abu kara. Kara boo kawa kanu. Kara boo kara na mana. Kara ta len takara. Abu madan takara. Abu da kasenagara. Abu bara biye. Abu bam kore. Abu kan kore. Anime kanan kore. Abu mokavango. Ko kavango. Ko vango. Ko katu. Ko katu. Big ass. Big Delaware. Bambi Day. My dad K-I-N. The ocean. Ocean, the ocean. Ocean, the ocean. Ocean, the ocean. Everything is shimmering. Ocean, everything is shimmering. Ocean, everything is shimmering. Everything is shimmering. Ocean, everything is shimmering. Ocean, everything is shimmering. Ocean. Everything is shimmering, ocean. I'm the husband of everything is shimmering. I'm the shining husband. Bunji Archer. Tichi Archer. Kenshin cautious. Kenshin Kufu. Kenshin Kufu. Kakenshin karma. Kakenshin karma. Babenshin bomber. Kai Gejanu. Mushikalaka. Let's see. Okay, I think the best way to conceptualize this, I'm thinking of movement. Let's do Ikenga. Ikenga Madioha. Ooh, there we go. The movement of the good husband of the people. Yes. Yes. How do I conceptualize Neptune? The god of the sea is also the god of thunder. The god of the sea is also the god of thunder. The god of thunder, thunder, sing. Ishiachanu, Ishi manamanu, Ishi anamanu, Ishi karananu, Abu karananu, Akaravanu, Karavanu, Onishi kalakanu. Onishi kalakanu, Chim chim charuroku, Abu chim chim charuroku, Abu chim chim charuroku, Abu toku toku kaka, Abu toku amadioha, Abu moku amadioha, Abu mahwanu, who's your honor, Man's puberty is not a good time. Anyway, I kind of more man. I kind of you see I can. You see man. You see I can. I'm the man can. Kaka. You see I can. Focus she on. Focus she can. Abu money. Money. Mr. Buokike. Mr. Womanike. Anime crew. Anime chew. Abum crew. Akuba. Akuka. Akubaba. Aki Habara. Abuma Baran Cake and Ua. Abuma Baran Cake and Ebra. Abuma Baran Cake Kaka. Abuma Baran Cake Kaka. Okay. So we have became good. This is really a long-term thought. Basically, this encompasses me doing things like moving files from one device to another, things of that nature that are necessary for publication. Stuff that I naturally am not good at doing just because it takes a lot of small fiddler energy. It's not me, but if I really encircle the overall idea of how to do it, I can get around to doing it. Anyway. Kabam cuckoo, kabam makamura, kaka. So that idea, move the thing. Emisha shim shim sharu aboom 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 Shim shim sharu Arjun Kamalu Wotu Arjun Kamalu Wotu Sagatara Arjun Kamalu Otu Sagittarius Elu Paul Sagittarius Kamalu. The thing the good husband of people, same thing. But that particular translation, greater than mass production. Sadu, what does that mean if I translate that? Basically just wage warfare on the whole world. Let me say that. Sagittarius, same thing. If you think of the archetype of Arjun, the archer that you can see in a lot of so-called, for lack of a better term, I'll call it Hindu stories. That archetype, that is greater than mass production. Kamalu, Kaka, greater than expansion. Anyway. Abu, Kamalu, Kaka, Kamalu, Kaka, Kamalu, Kaka, Ugo, Yaka, Kamalu, Kaka. Alright. Give myself maybe 5 minutes. Okay, Okay, I'm back. It was a short technical difficulty. Okay, forgive me. You can see me on my phone there, making sure I can be seen. Okay. It's almost time for me to end anyway, but because of that technical difficulty, I might give a bit of extra time. That was unfortunate. Thank you for bearing with me. Looks like I had a Wi-Fi issue here. Can happen. Um, but I can still see myself. Let me know in the chat or in the comments if you can see me. Anyway, I'll be going on. And also, one thing I want to add. I mentioned that a translation for Kamalu or Sagittarius is wage mass warfare on the world. The warfare is just, and warfare does not necessarily have to involve violence. Something like, for example, making a bunch of videos advocating for recycling, that could be a form of warfare. I just want to emphasize that because we live in a world where people assume that aggressive action is violent, which is almost never the case. If your action is violent, that's something else. Anyway. Good that I didn't have to end the stream. That's good. Thank you to StreamYard. um, boom shoo. Let's put the good husband of the people here. The good husband of the people. The good husband of the people. I am a husband of the people. I am a husband of the people. Ooh, no violence. My name is Abu. Jizabu. No violence but go. Jizabu. Jizabu. Weapon in Zabu. Weapon in Zabu. Jizabu. It is a bookike. It is a bookike. Jide Aku Baba. Jide Aki Habara. Jide Aku Baba. Jide Aku Baba. Jide Aku Baba. Aku Baba. Aku Baba. Kaka. Jide Aku Baba. Aku Baba. Aku Baba. Yeah, ka ka ka. Aku ka ka. Ka ka ka. Aku ka ka. Abu Aku ka. Aku kaka, abu nakuka, aku neba, abu nakuka, aku kaka. Expand that world, spread the wealth. Expand that world, spread the wealth. Abu spread the wealth of my deal. The God of thunder, spread the wealth. One. Abu, abu, abu. Ka 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 boo ka 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 boo ka 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 boom the king I boom the king I boom the king ka ka boom the king ka ka I boom rhyme on it yeah also I boom rhyme on it lie also ka ka Kalakana. War for the coyotes. I want to make one too. I want to make one too. I cannot make one too. I want to make one too. I cannot make one too. I want to make one too. I cannot make one too. I want to make one too. Never make one too. Yeah. I cannot make one too. Yeah. I cannot make one too. Ooh. At some point, there must be art. Abum the king, Abum the king, see what I bring, Abum the king, bum my yen, bum my yen, opera shubu, opera in kuku, opera shiri shuku, oshiri shuku, Ocean Koji, Titi Mon emoji, I am the emoji, no one done emote me, no one done emote me, no one demote me, boom mama diola, boom canola, boom low speaking, boom mama naked, yes. Amadioha, Karaneba, the god of thunder, expand here, rise, the expand right here, it's greater here, the god of thunder is greater here, the god of thunder carries greater here, the god of thunder carries greater here. Goal is to break creepiness in the worst way. I've done that. Anyway, I think I'll show you my page again. That first quadrant here you saw yesterday, the last two, that's from today. Basically, I'm thinking through my process of moving materials between devices and publishing content. And I just realized there's a step in the process I got wrong that's been slowing me down. So that's what that is. And then I'm thinking of how to better write articles in general, and especially the descriptions of my videos, which are articles. That's all I'll say right now. So I realize I need to conceptualize it a little differently. So here's my page again. I can share that. Anyway, shared a lot. Oh, what can I add? Shared a lot of metaphysical information. I'll first start by sharing a bonus piece of information for higher development. I'll just do this. Listen to music that moves you. Listen to music that moves you. If it does not make you move your body, it is not even music. That's the grace, the bonus piece of information. Now for the hand of God. What is the hand of God today? What is the hand of this world today? What is the holder of the land today? What is the hand that smacks the second most evil one in the face, aka God? He caught you off guard. God, I'm the same person that is Satan. Think about it. What are the effects of worshiping God? Look at the world. Most of the groups that worship God produce mass evil effects. And the ones that don't worship God very much. Think about that. But anyway, and I'm not going to baby you by going through all the regressions. Just do things well, okay? And let me just leave it at that. But anyway, when God tries to crawl into this world, let me say, his hand smacks him in the face to keep him out. Because when God comes, his father, the savage, the deer, the watcher, is rampant, and the world is finished. Anyway, the hand of God. What is the hand of God for today? A piece of metaphysical information. Sing of the hand of God. Sing of the hand of God. Singing of the hand of the universe. Let me give out the hand of God. Piece of metaphysical information. Sagittarius season begins on November 22nd. Sagittarius season begins on November 22nd. And again, let me just look that up to verify I have the exact date right. I'm still fine-tuning the hand of God. Forgive me. Ooh. I'll probably go deeper. Okay. Let's express this. All right, let me say it like this. I found a better way to express it. Forgive me. Generally speaking, Sagittarius season has begun at the start of November 23rd and has ended at the end of December 21st. Generally speaking, Sagittarius season has begun at the start of November 23rd and has ended at the end of December 21st. That is the hand of God. Anyway. The hand of God, 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 ah, boom, the hand of God, the hand of God, the hand of God, the hand of God, acapara, acapara, akakubu, akubu, net tacker, akamadio, ha ha, akuba. The hand of God does not just belong to God. That is why it is exalted. Anyway, let me leave you with the double question. Let's think. Question 1. How can we as a category of life research the implications of so-called astrology more thoroughly? Question 1. How can we as a category of life research the implications of so-called astrology more thoroughly? Question 2. Do you know your zodiac sign? Question 2. Do you know your zodiac sign? Thank you very much. This, while unlabeled, has been another behind the scenes. Thank you for joining me on this live stream. Ka. Hua, hua. Yeah, hua, hua.